Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 18th of December. So we start off looking at, of course, Brexit's holding the headlines to some degree with Johnson, almost called him President Johnson then, crikey, Prime Minister Johnson suggesting that we're well away from the mark, and then an hour or two later last night we had the deputy from Ireland suggesting we're pretty close to a move. So what is it, bluff, or is it just truth in terms of being a long way away? I think it seems like fisheries is the big thing there, but whatever. What we have seen though is a pullback overnight. We've got the Bank of Japan governor speaking, who suggested it's too early to taper the ETF purchases, etc. So, and is not concerned about the strength in the yen against the US dollar. That's unusual, a bit of an unusual move, but what they have noticed is the yen is weakened against a lot of the other majors. So it is, as I said, with the euro over recently, that the euro is doing pretty well, but it's doing well mainly against the US dollar and not against the rest of the basket. So there may be a day of reckoning when both the yen and the euro, well, particularly the yen, euro, sees some correction, but maybe even the yen get the right way around. Okay, so let's have a look at these markets technically anyway. There's little else in terms of news today due out. In fact, we've got retail sales UK, that's already out. That came in at minus 3.8 versus the minus 4 expected. You've got Canadian retail sales later. German business climate at 9 o'clock. Not big movers, so we may get a blip when that comes out, but I don't expect too much at all. Looking at then the technicals, I'm going to actually start off with the euro as ever. And well, the euro pushed into new highs territory yesterday, on near-term highs. Sold off a little bit through the Asian session, not as much as the pound. The pound's come whole handle down, but the euro, well, it's just really finding at this stage its 4-hourly 8. I guess this morning it's whether or not it can continue on this bounce that it started post 8 o'clock. I'm always aware of fake out movements pre 8 o'clock. We often see them, they pitch up and then the market just post 8 o'clock pulls back into range. So it really is a case of it can stay solid where it's sitting at the moment. I may be looking for the long side or trying to track this back onto the long side. A break of these lows, for me, it really signifies further downside. It will give us a lower high and maybe certainly the 60-minute 50, and maybe the S1 would be in target for this morning or today. The pound's had a bigger drop here in real terms. The average and the mean may be requesting it. It right the way back there, so we may see a continuation. We've broken through its 4-hourly 8, and it's looking a little bit softer at this stage, and certainly this price action here, it looks like we're about to break those lows, not far off of breaking those lows, and well, from today we could be pushing down to the 60-minute 100, maybe more. It does look soft at the moment, but as I said, I will wait until post 8 o'clock to actually make the decision, but a break below those lows would suggest that further downside. Okay, dollar yen. Dollar yen catching a bit of a bounce off the S1 here. I talked about this yesterday, whether it would provide a bit of support. Certainly giving us a bit of a bounce at this moment. It's just running up to where it's broken through its 4-hourly 8 there as well, up to its 21, having a bit of reaction to that. The fact that they're not too bothered about the strength of the yen, I don't know if it's a bluff in itself, but at the moment the market's not reacting too much to it. However, we see a break of this, the lows here. If we see a break of these lows, it may trigger me a short position, but at the moment it's maybe just see a continuation to the upside on this yen. Aussie dollar. Aussie, well, it's had a bit of a pullback during the Asian session there. One of the stronger markets. Again, you're seeing a bit of a reversal before 8 o'clock. It's just catching a bit of a bounce here, but it's another one of these. If it can hold its own this morning, post 8 o'clock, and actually maybe even break above the current candle that we're seeing here, and the pivot probably. That may suggest that we're going to get more of a bounce. Anything, if it's really stuck at this point here, it's broken back and it's tested back the almost underside of the pivot, but more importantly the 21.34 there. Well, maybe we'll see a bit more correction back down towards these lows. It was extreming almost down there, so maybe we'll see that retracement, but we'll see on that after. As I say, need to just wait until 8 o'clock comes through. Looking at the Canadian dollar then, Canadian dollar a little bit more choked, not seen quite some of the moves that we've seen on the other markets, and you can see it's just ranging again. It's got tried breaking through the lows yesterday there, but just managed to find a bounce. That was that, and it's a bit more consolidated and channeling, and this is what we see so much with the Canadian dollar. Maybe it'll push back up to this weekly pivot up here at about 27.69. I would watch it around the area to see again if it pulls back down, but it's done a W bottom. Maybe it is this time going to see through that area, break, continue pushing on. Okay, that's pretty much it there. Let's have a look at the S&Ps. So S&Ps are, well, still pushing up here, still looking like they've got a bit more upside on the S&Ps. Just looking at the different across these different time frames, but certainly yesterday making, once again on the futures here, making new highs. Looks a little bit softer actually on this 60-minute at the moment. It's put a lower high in on, when you look down in a bit more detail here. It's put a lower high in, but once again it's really not a good bet to be trading against this momentum that's pushing through into the indices at the moment. We're certainly getting a Santa Claus rally, and we could just see that continue on through. Okay, and let's have a quick look at gold. So gold had a really good day yesterday, pushing into its well, I've got a regression channel in here just to the upper side of that channel, and it's pulled back a little bit, but still looking relatively strong there at this stage. Maybe just a flag sort of pattern that we're looking at here on the 4-hourly. Again, it's whether it can this morning, if it can push back above this recent high about 1887-ish area, can push back above that. Well, near term, it remains bullish. It's looking certainly, and it's in a better run over this week, and so we may see a continuation of that. But a break of this low area, well, maybe we just see a deeper correction back towards that 1865 area. So we could see a move towards that area over the next couple of days. That 50 MA may be quite a draw there, 1872, but still pushing up well, or has been pushing up well. Oil, finishing off with oil, and well, got a bit of a gap here on this daily's gapped up through. I'm not too sure. I think there's some data missing there. Okay, so 4-hourly, well, just consolidation, no gaps there, and well, just rolling back a little bit at the moment, but all in all, some funny old price action going on with my pivots here. A break of the high of this trend line, well, could see it pushing back up to those highs and maybe even a little bit further, but bit iffy. I'm just very neutral on oil at this stage as we run in through the Christmas holidays, etc. So I'll leave oil alone there. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. I will speak to you on Monday. Take care. Bye for now.